Welcome to GitBook. In this video, we'll walk through how to set up adaptive content using URL parameters. Adaptive content allows you to turn your docs into a dynamic and personalized experience that changes based on who's visiting your site. Whether it's a first-time user, a potential customer, or a technical power user, you can tailor the docs they see based on their role, region, or stage in the journey. With just a few lines of configuration, you can show onboarding guides to new users, hide entry-level content for advanced ones, or serve different landing pages depending on the claims passed in the URL. For this tutorial, we'll imagine we have a developer product we've documented for two user groups, beginner devs and more experienced devs. We'll be able to show more tailored docs for these user groups where the content will be more beginner-focused or advanced, depending on the person who's viewing. Let's jump in and see how to set it up. The first thing we'll need to do is enable adaptive content for our site. Head to the site in the GitBook editor and click on Settings. From here, head to the Audience tab. At the very bottom, click the button to enable adaptive content on your site. From here, we'll need to set up a visitor schema. A visitor schema is a map of the data we can expect to receive from the users visiting our site. Visitor schemas are required in order for GitBook sites to stay performant and help with things like autocomplete when setting your adaptive conditions. In the example we're using for this tutorial, we're going to be passing in the data, site.gitbook.io, with the parameter visitor.isAdvanced equals true. This means users who click this link will get to see the more advanced guides. In order to do this, we'll need to configure our visitor schema to accept the isAdvanced field we're passing in the URL. To do this, our visitor schema will look like this. After pasting in our schema, we'll click Save. A few things of note as we set this up. The first thing to point out is that we're setting the isAdvanced claim under a property called unsigned. This is required when passing data through URL parameters, as they are easily changeable and are not as secure as passing claims through other methods, like cookies or authenticated access. Head to our docs to learn more about setting these other, more secure methods up. Because we're only using this to show things like a guide, setting these claims as unsigned and passing the data through the URL will work fine. Now that we have our visitor schema set up, we're ready to personalize our content for the visitors that follow the link. Let's head out of our site settings and into the space that contains the content we'd like to personalize. We can already see we have both guides written for our two personas, a beginner guide and a more advanced guide. Because our claim is focused on the more advanced user, head to the advanced guide and open its page actions by clicking the three dots next to the page's title. From here, we're going to change the site audience to conditional. This will allow us to define a condition that must be passed in order for the page to be accessible. Because we want people who have their claim isAdvanced equal to true to see this page, all we need to do in the condition editor is add the condition visitor.claims.unsigned.isAdvanced equals true. This means this page will only be accessible to visitors who have the claim isAdvanced. After we click Save, we're ready to check to make sure the configuration we've set up is working correctly. Before merging your change request and putting our changes live, we're also able to use segments to see how our experience changes right within the preview. In our change request, head to the Preview tab to launch the default experience. In the preview window at the top, click the drop-down that says Default Experience. Here, we're able to add a new segment, a mock group of users that we can set claims on to test to make sure our conditional edits are working as expected. Clicking New Segment will allow us to name our segment and add claims to it. We'll call this one Advanced and add this claim. After clicking Save, toggling between the views will let us know the condition is working, depending on if the user has the right claims when visiting the site. After merging the change request, we can see that it worked by visiting the right links. You can use these links anywhere on the web, maybe even under a button in your header for users who want to see more advanced guides right away. And that's it. You've just set up adaptive content using URL parameters in GitBook. With just a bit of config and a visitor schema, you can personalize the experience of your docs in powerful ways. Whether it's showing more advanced guides or testing new onboarding flows, adaptive content makes it easy to tailor your docs to whoever's reading.